Hi there, welcome back to another video. Hope you're all doing really well today. We are in for a busy one. The hair's up, she means business. It's going to be a reset day today. I am running severely behind. I have a list longer than my arm to do today and I have no idea how I'm going to fit it all in, but I'm going to bring you all along as a little fly on the wall and we will get as much done as possible. I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but I just feel like sometimes the more I've got to do, the less I want to do it and the more like stressed and like overwhelming it becomes. I've got a lot of housework to do, which should not be stressful, but I think when I'm trying to fit it into a very specific time frame, it starts to make me feel all kinds of things. So I'm going to put on some nice classical music, always gives me that main character feeling, makes me chill out a little bit, and I'm just going to crack on. I've just been to the shop and I feel like in true K style, I'm just stood here thinking my shopping is getting warm and I've got so many things to do before I can put it away. Basically, the other day I bought some milk and it's split and I'd not realised and it's leaked in the fridge. I didn't think it was a big deal until this morning I came downstairs and I was like, oh, what is that smell? And I didn't realise, but it's like leaked behind and underneath into like where all my vegetables go and it smells disgusting. I didn't even realise it had leaked that bad. So even though I always give the fridge a bit of a wipe out, it's going to need like a proper deep clean. So I really need to get that done. I really need to put some food in the slow cooker. Why do I do it to myself? Why did I choose today to do a slow cooker meal, which is on like a time limit? So yeah, I also want to share with you a little food haul. I went to Morrison's today, so not sure what kind of order we're going to do it in. I really need to reset the kitchen, reset basically the entire house. So come along with me. I'll try not to be too stressy and we will get as much done as humanly possible. It's quite the food haul today. It was a big shop. This all cost £120, which is quite a lot of money. I just spend so much on food every week. I don't know what it is. I just can't seem to get it down. If you've got any tips, please let me know. I know I've done budgeting videos in the past and stuff, but gosh, I think just buying fresh food and things, and I don't know, it just seems to cost a bomb every week. Anyway, we'll start off with my little food haul over here. We've got spinach, we've got broccoli. I basically just call these greens when I'm doing my shop. I'm like, just buy some green things, Kay. So we've got all the green bits. I was thinking of doing a bit of a stir fry one of the nights. Wondered if Charlie would enjoy that. We've got some peppers, some potatoes for tonight. I'm going to make Mongolian beef stew. Thus the beef. So this is actually quite expensive in the end, but it looks really good quality. So hopefully it's okay. We've got bananas, of course, some avocados. We've got some, I didn't know if I had carrots. I think I've got carrots, so I just bought a rogue carrot just in case, you know, just in case. We've got some onions, and then back here we've got Milton tablets. I need to sterilise the cat's drinking fountain today if I get a chance, so that's another thing I want to do. Some rice. I'm so lazy when it comes to rice at the minute and I've just been buying these, but if you've got a rice cooker, will you let me know how you're getting on with it? Because we eat a lot of rice and I'm really tempted to give it a go and try. I know I can do it in a pan, but I just need stuff that's really easy and quick at the minute. So these just do the job. I think they're about 60p each, so I don't know, I kind of think like by the time I've put the hob on and I've got the rice, like am I spending more than 60p cooking it? I think maybe I am. That's how I justify it anyway. We've got some Munch Bunch yogurts for Charlie. He loves these and they're a really nice size for him to hold and like be able to feed himself as well. Lots and lots of berries. I don't think it would be a K video without some blueberries, but I love these from Morrison's in the little paper packaging and they stay really fresh as well. So we've got blueberries, raspberries and blueberries, and then loads of strawberries. I always get more berries halfway through the week as well because we just eat so many of them. Mild cheddar. We got some, in fact I got this week instead of Baby Bell because Baby Bells are actually really expensive when I realised. So Charlie's been actually enjoying eating like sticks of cheese as opposed to Baby Bells, so I'm going to give it a go because I'm fed up of throwing away Baby Bells, so you got to do what you got to do. We've got some salted butter. I've swapped back to using butter instead of margarine or like Lurpak because, well, Charlie's eating it and I just think this is much healthier for him. Definitely less ingredients. This one is just so butter, milk and salt. So yeah, really not very much to that one. I got some chicken breasts that are already cooked for my salads. I've got some ham for if we're having ham sandwiches. We've got, over here, we'll go to the back again. I never know like how to go about sharing. Thai red curry, so quick and easy for days where I feel a bit overwhelmed or just want to get tea ready and sorted. We've got some sweet chilli. Dom's been loving having some rice, tuna, cucumber and tomatoes with sweet chilli on when he's been at home, so I've got him some more sweet chilli. I also got these for tonight's recipe, so chopped garlic and chopped ginger as well. But I'll show you them in a minute, but I bought the frozen version, so I'm hoping that works because yeah, that might work out to be a bit more economical. We've got some fridge raiders, we've got some pepperami. This is like the snack section, I guess. Some tortillas when I make homemade fajitas. Charlie's snacks, we've got some fruity bakes, we've got some of these apple oat bars, he loves these. Some of these biscotti, and then these melty puffs as well. For me, I've got some dark chocolate. If you're wondering where Dom's snack is, he takes forever to eat chocolate, so he's still literally got Christmas chocolate upstairs, so we won't worry too much about him. Some baked beans for Dom and Charlie as well. Sometimes we like to have like a jacket potato with cheese and beans, and just makes a really easy like dinner time option. Dom has been going on about Greece a lot lately, so he keeps saying he wants some Greek yogurt and honey and berries, and I'm like, right, okay, let's get some Greek yogurt. I did actually swap personally onto coconut yogurt. I just think it's really delicious, even nice on its own, not quite as tart as Greek yogurt. So I got 2 of these, they last me all week long. I've got some almond breeze. I love having a latte with this if I just like want something in the morning as like a little morning snack. Really yummy and just really filling without being like too heavy, if that makes sense. We've got some more milk, some semi-skimmed and some blue milk. I just got the ones that were on offer this week just for ease. More snacks here. We've got some veggie straws for Charlie. He loves these. These stink, like they smell so bad, but he won't entertain the plain ones, so yeah, he just smells very, very cheesy when he's eating these. I got myself some cauliflower florets, so they can go in the freezer and it's easy to make like cauliflower mash whenever I want that. We've got some chips, we've got some fish fingers. Once a week I've been doing like a super easy tea for ourselves, like just something straight out the freezer, either something that's been ready made, so like if I bulk made something in the week, like the stew I'm making today, we'll have that, or something really simple and easy like this, just to take the pressure off. Like I said, I bought this chopped ginger and chopped garlic, which is frozen, which means that I can just get out exactly what I want and not have to worry too much. Then the last bits here, I got some flowers for me, so good old carnations, so beautiful, and I got some alstramira, I think that's what they're called, for Dom's mum and dad, so those ones there. And some truffles, because Dom broke down yesterday and got a flat tyre and basically had to walk to work, but they came and they fixed his car for him while he was at work, which I am so grateful for. So yeah, we've got them a little thank you present there just to say thank you so much for being such great parents and adults and such a great support network. I mean, what would we do without them? Be stranded, basically. The last thing I want to show you is this gorgeous, gorgeous mug that I got. Oh, how beautiful is that? It's just giving me garden vibes, like garden spring vibes. So that had to come home with me as well. Don't tell Dom, I've got quite the severe mug collection. I'm going to really quickly I'm going to clean out the fridge, put this stew on, and then I need to put all this away. And I need to do all this very, very fast because it's getting warm already. I don't even want to open this. Oof! It smells ripe in there, it really truly does. You can see down the bottom where the milk's like curdled. Ugh, I thought it was like the tiniest puddle here, and instead it's like just gone. Oh my god, that smells so bad. I need to have a little bit of a fridge sort out, also a freezer sort out. So I'm going to take everything out. I need to close that because that is just like, whew, that is ripe. Take everything out, give everything a wipe over, and then I can put my shopping away after. gross. I really want to stop wasting so much food. I feel like I go through phases where I'm like really on it, and then other times when I'm not. And I think it's because I'm like up and down with like my diet and stuff at the minute. It's like one minute I feel like everything's going really well, and the next minute I'm like totally off. So I'll buy like really healthy things and then just fall off it, or I think, oh, you know, I'll just take it easy, and then I want to eat really healthy and I end up buying. It's just this like constant cycle. Hopefully someone out there can relate. Well, I say hopefully not, because it's not a really nice way to live your life. I'm going to take these shelves out, going to give them a proper clean in the sink, give the whole fridge a proper spritz. I've not properly cleaned this fridge, like deep cleaned it, since I did my kitchen deep clean, and that was a couple months ago now. Other than just like giving the shelves a bit of a wipe, that's all I do. I've shared this recipe a few times now on this channel, but I will leave the link to it down below. I'm just going to quickly throw all this in the slow cooker because I think this is what's making me feel a bit stressy. So once this is in, I feel like I can breathe. It's going to take 4 hours on high, so that'll be perfect time, and it'll be ready for 4 o'clock when my little guy gets back home. That was a huge job. That's just taken me so long. Anyway, everything is back in the fridge. Looks much more organised. I can see where everything is. I really love this fridge freezer compared to my old one. The fridge is so much bigger, but the freezer is only 3 drawers. The old one was like 3 drawers and a shelf, so that's taken a bit of adjusting. But it is so nice to just have space and for everything not to just be like crammed in on top of each other. So yeah, all nice and refreshed. Thought I would do this for the snacks, just to keep everything nice and organised. Got my little buddy here, my little echo helper. Hi darling. I need to do the rest of the house now. That's just taken so long, but at least it's done now. Next, I want to refresh the kitchen, sort out the utility room, and I'm going to do it a room at a time, try and break things down for myself. I can be one of those people that's quite like all over the place, especially when I feel like I've got a lot to do, and maybe if you're doing like a bit of a house reset or you've got lots of jobs you need to do, it can feel so overwhelming that sometimes it's easier to not do any of it, but that doesn't help the situation. So one thing I've been doing lately is starting a task, doing it till it's finished, and then moving on. So I'm gonna, like I say, do in here until this room is finished, move into the next room, then I'm going to go upstairs. I'm doing upstairs last purely because I just want to make sure downstairs is sorted, and then at least that's like half the house reset, even if I run out of time. But it's going well so far. Actually, one of the first things I want to do is put my flowers into the vase, because flowers just make my house feel so much better. Like, it looks so naked when there is no flowers. I also need to put this cat litter away. one of the things I really want to do in this house, and I might bring you guys along with me in the future, is just properly go through every single cupboard that I have, because I just feel like since we moved in, not everything in my life has got a home, and that's one of the quickest ways to make your house really messy, is just not having that place for that thing to go. So that's a job for another day. For today, we are gonna crack on with the kitchen. Definitely wish I was Echo right now. So there's a quote I want to share with you all today that I just feel is perfect for this video. I was going to share it in sort of like a life reset video, one where I'm sharing all my healthy habits that I'm doing at the minute, but I really think it's probably more relevant to this video because I sometimes think housework is like the last thing we ever want to do in a day, but it has such a massive impact on how we feel about our homes, and how we feel about our homes is how we feel about ourselves. So I always think like everything, it's in a big circle, isn't it? Everything trickles into another thing. So the quote is, "How you see the rest of your day will often determine the way you see the rest of your life. Shift your perspective. If you can change your perspective, you can change the future." And you might be thinking like, what are you talking about, Kate? Please don't be so deep about cleaning. But honestly, it's so true. It's shifting that perspective from woe is me, like, oh, I've got to do the cleaning, I've got this to do, I've got that to do, I've got this to do, and instead thinking how grateful you are for the home you have, for the time you've got to do what you need to do. And as hard as it is to try to be positive at times, I really do truly think that just having a positive mindset will totally transform your life. And it's honestly something that I've noticed about myself recently, is that I am not as positive a person as I used to be, and I kind of miss that about myself. I catch myself thinking negative thoughts or going down a stream of thinking, and the thing about thinking is the more you think about something, the more like thoughts you attract to yourself. So, you know, we've all done it, I'm sure we've all done it, where you have had a bad day and bad things keep happening, and it's just like turning your life around. So for me, refreshing the house is like refreshing my soul. I just think it goes deep, you know. For me, it's like just giving it a big clean, giving it a good spruce up. And I think while I'm doing this, I'm listening to positive podcasts, I'm listening to uplifting music. On this particular day, I was voice noting a friend. It was just really funny and just really uplifting, like it made my day. So yeah, just because you're doing something that you might deem as mundane or boring, or like you've got so many other things to do, sometimes you can kind of turn that around. So that is what my message to you today is. I feel like just saying, make it into something that can be more fun, make it into something where it goes by so fast. So personally for me, I do love cleaning. I find it really cathartic, but I do sometimes feel really stressed whilst cleaning. I feel like I'm holding my breath the whole time, and I just catch myself thinking, why am I rushing? Why am I rushing through my life? And I've actually shared a quote on Instagram. I shared it the other day, and it was exactly that. Like, it was talking about rushing, like holding my breath, like the anxiety of getting the next thing done, doing everything as fast as physically possible. But there is so much joy and so much peace to be found in just slowing down, in taking your time and realising it doesn't really take that much longer to do the things you need to do without trying to do it on fast forward, because I am a true culprit of trying to live my life on fast forward. I feel like as much as I share about slow living and trying to live intentionally and in alignment on this channel, I think sometimes we share what we need the most, and it's been an ever-going learning process for me in this life. I feel like just before I had Charlie, I'd gotten to a point where I felt really in alignment with myself. And going into motherhood, obviously, it's totally different. It totally transforms your entire life, your entire mindset. Everything about my life is so different and will continue to be different for the rest of my life. So now, for me, it's about adapting, it's morphing, it's changing and making it fit my life again. So yeah, for me, I'm just trying to get back to a good routine, to have a bit of discipline with myself, but also trying to be compassionate. And I feel like those two things, honestly, are so difficult to balance at times, aren't they? Next on the list is the utility room, which is a state. There is so much going on in this little room. I really need to do a under the stairs cupboard. I always say it the wrong way around. Yeah, under the stairs cupboard, not under the cupboard stairs. That doesn't make any sense. That would be a strange thing, wouldn't it? Anyway, I need to do under there at some point and like get some proper storage and stuff. Until then, it's just probably going to be continual chaos. But I want to take the bin out. We've got this like random parcel that someone had delivered to our house by accident that I've just got to like have in limbo until I figure out what to do with it. But we will crack on into this room. I need to do a really good clean in here, clean all the windows. I'm very grateful to have this time to do this because oh my goodness, it feels like the house needs it today, and I feel like I need it too. Sometimes I think like cleaning your house is like cleansing your soul. One great thing about this baby gate, as much as it offends me because of the colour of it, I really wanted a white one but couldn't justify how much extra they were for something so simple. It comes off, so I can take this off, which is just like, life is so much easier without the baby gate. So let's get that gone. And now we can get in here easier. One thing I didn't realise when getting a utility room, as excited as I was for it, is how much I would just neglect that poor room. Like, it's one of those rooms that's just off to the side. It's where the bin lives, the cat. It's basically like the room of just things that I've pushed away. So the cat food, the cat litter, the cat water fountain, the pile of washing, like the bins, everything goes in there. So I thought today I need to give this room some loving. I need to say thank you to it because it holds all of our chaos in our life, and I'm so grateful for it. Honestly, I really am. When we were looking at houses, having a utility room was like high up on my priority list this time, purely because I knew Charlie would be walking soon and I knew what he would be like with the cat food, and I was not wrong. So it's really, really nice. I feel really grateful to be able to close that gate when I need to and just have everything kind of contained. But I do need to push myself to clean this room a lot more often and just, yeah, make it part of my priority. I think sometimes being a homemaker, and even if you're not a full-time homemaker, you know, I'm technically not a full-time homemaker. I'm a content creator alongside being a homemaker. So I have a lot more on my plate than your average homemaker. It's just giving ourselves grace, and if things don't go to plan one week, it's just saying, right, what didn't go to plan? How can I figure this out for next week? To me, a reset is not just about our home, it's about our entire mindset. It's about really digging deep and thinking, how can I improve this next week? Or what happened that I am actually really, really happy with? You know, being grateful for what we've got and just trying to constantly improve ourselves, but while also not just like being mean to ourselves, like not just always looking at the negatives. It's a bit of a tricky balancing act, isn't it, I think? So I hoovered up all the cat biscuits, all the cat litter. The cats track this litter everywhere. I've tried so many different types of litter. If you've got a cat, please let me know what you use, because I'm honestly at my wit's end with it. I gave the walls another clean, but honestly, it's just going to need redecorating. The person before had a dog, and he kept the dog in this room overnight because there was like a baby gate on there, and his little dog bed and his food in there too. So he's got like scratches all up the wall, and I just can't get them off. The type of paint that was used is not like wipeable paint. So I really, really, really want to decorate in here, but it's probably going to be a winter kind of job. So we are kind of prioritising outside at the moment because summer is around the corner and we're going to be spending a lot more time outside than inside. But I feel like come autumn and winter and probably early spring next year, we're going to have so many house projects to look forward to. We really need to do in the utility room. We need to finish off the kitchen. We've got the bedroom to do upstairs, like the landing, the bathrooms. There is so many rooms. But at the minute, I'm just trying to lean into being content with where we are, knowing things are not perfect, but that they're perfect in their own special way. And yeah, I'm just, honestly, every day I'm just filled with gratitude for this house, for this life that I've got, and I've got you guys to thank for that. So thank you so much for watching these videos week in, week out. Honestly, it's totally changed my life. I can't believe sometimes that I am where I am, living the life that I am. It's just incredible, and I will just be forever grateful. I'm also grateful for this gorgeous cat. Look at him, he's just my big, fluffy, gorgeous baby. Love him to bits. He's always following me around the house, especially when I'm cleaning. He gets like really excited and really involved. Like, I feel like he's in pretty much every shot in this video, just somewhere in the background, just lurking and watching me. It's like his little version of TV, I suppose. He's so cute, bless him. But yeah, just mopping the floors, giving them a really good clean. I used the Mrs. Hinch Wild Enchanted Flowers, I think it's called. It smells so good. It smells so fresh and so clean. And one of the things I really love is mopping the floors. I just feel like it really does make the house feel so much more clean and tidy. I also sweep before I hoover because it just gets into all the nooks and crannies, especially around our table, and it's just so much easier. It looks so much better, doesn't it? Whew, that's the kitchen and dining room and utility room all done, which I'm so glad about. I think downstairs, the rest of downstairs is not too bad. I mean, I say that looking around me right now, it's a bit chaotic in here. Most of this needs to go in the car, and there has been some cat food delivered as well while I was filming this video. So that's going to go into the utility room. I'm going to put the pushchair in the boot of my car. I'm going to just go and quickly sort out the living room. It stays pretty tidy. I'm quite good at keeping on top of it. But I just want to hoover up and then run upstairs. I've got like an hour left. That's taken so long. It just takes so long to sort the kitchen out. But it feels so fresh and it smells so good as well. So I'm really glad that I've taken the time today to do it properly. Yeah, let's keep going. Moving on to our little entrance area, moving the massive ginormous box of cat food out of the way. I've got this on subscription now. It makes my life so much easier and it's just, yeah, really efficient, but then I have to try and like find places for it to go and find space in the cupboard for it to live until the other cat food runs out. Here is Echo again, just being my little cute shadow. Reorganised the shoes for the 4,000th time this week. I've just come to accept the shoes will never be organised, and you know it's okay. I think I'm ready for summer because this spring has been up and down all over the place, and I feel like I just want to put my big coat away, I want to put my boots away, and I just want us to have like no coats on the hooks and just like flip-flops. That is what I am. I'm just holding out for that moment. I put Charlie's pushchair back in the car. That is its home. It's just so much easier to have it there rather than just out in the way. Gave everything a good old hoover, and it just instantly looks so much better. I really try hard to keep our entranceway clear and tidy, and the stairs as well, because I think it's the first thing that people see when they come into my house. So I do that, and I like to keep my downstairs toilet clean and tidy as well, because same thing, it's just like, I think it's a nice way for people to come to your house and have like a nice experience. And I know not everybody cares about like cleanliness and clutter. Some people it's like the last on their priority list, but it's huge for me. So knowing that it's good and I'm happy with it makes me happy too. I really need to go to IKEA and sort this toy situation out. They're driving me bonkers now. I think it looks so messy, and I want to go to IKEA and get a different storage unit with some boxes. So maybe I'll bring you guys along in a future vlog, and we will do that. Now I'm into one of my favourite rooms of the house, my little downstairs toilet. It's just the cutest room ever. It's probably really weird to say the toilet's my favourite place in the house, but it's just such a cosy little space. Like, it turned out so well. I'm really pleased with the colour I chose and the wallpaper. So yeah, just again wiping over this toilet. I pretty much do this every day, and it just keeps it nice and fresh and clean and just lovely. Also chucking a bit of bleach down there. I've gone back to using bleach lately. I've been using other things, but honestly I just don't think anything that I've used has done such a good job, but I am open to trying new things. So let me know what you guys use, and if you don't use bleach, what do you use? How do you keep the toilet like nice and clean and sterilised? I just feel like bleach, to me, it's just like it cuts right through everything, and it just does a good job, you know. Anyway, we're moving upstairs now, slowly but surely, clearing all the clutter that I've gathered from the house. Using this incredible tool that I've shared before, I will leave it linked down below. It does a great job at removing cat fluff. You wouldn't believe that I do this twice a week with the amount of fluff that I get off these stairs, but my gosh. The cats are molting, and honestly, there is just so much fluff everywhere at the moment, especially on the stairs, because that's where they tend to like play and fight. And so it just like, I don't know, it's just like a magnet for cat fluff. So try to keep on top of this a little bit, and doing my little hoover lines, even though it's not with a hoover. It's a bit of a cheating way, but it does a really good job. Moving on to our bedroom, which again, we tend to keep quite tidy. The most untidy this room gets is when there is like a mountain of clean washing to put away and I've just not got around to it, or I think I'll do it tomorrow. And then, what do you know, there's another mountain of laundry to put away because I've done more washing. I am really good at keeping up with getting things clean. I am not really good with putting them away. Can anyone else relate? Then just giving the bed a nice spray so it smells all fresh and clean. This one in particular smells totally gorgeous. Absolutely love it. And going into our carnage of a bathroom. Again, can you see behind the radiator there's like watermarks? It's the wrong type of paint that's been used for the bathroom, so really need to get on with getting this bathroom sorted and getting it, I don't know, just getting it redecorated a little bit. It doesn't feel like me at the moment, but it does give spa vibes when I'm laid in the bath and I've got candles on. Like, I wouldn't choose grey for a bathroom personally, but it doesn't offend me as much as I thought it would when we first moved in. If you know me, you know I hate grey so much, but I think it's okay, it's growing on me. And yeah, then we're moving on to the ensuite. Again, a very, very well-loved and well-used room that just gets a bit messy at times, especially with me doing my hair in there at times, and just giving everything a nice wipe over, making sure everything's nice and clean and sparkly. I love a shiny tap. It just does something to me inside when I come to it and I think, yes, that's a good shiny tap. It's like what I imagine if you have like a cleaner and you come home to a clean house, you've got like a sparkly tap and hoover lines. Like, that was the vibe I was going for on this day. Using my trusty old Shark hoover. Love this thing to bits. I will leave this link down below as well. It's fantastic. I mean, you can see the amount of stuff it's picked up. I should have probably emptied this before I started cleaning this day, but here we are. One thing I need to do is clean the things that clean for me. So maybe we'll do that in another video. We'll clean the things like the washing machine, the dishwasher, the hoover, like all the bits. Then moving on to Charlie's room, which I just thought on this day, do you know what? I'm fighting a losing battle in this room, honestly. I need a good sort out of his toys, sort out of his wardrobe. We're in a transition again. He's just got a lot of stuff everywhere, and I just need some more organisation basically. So I just chucked his washing into the basket and I thought I'll do that later. When he's in the bath and Dom's looking after him, I'll come into the room and I'll sort it all out. But I just basically put things mostly back into their place, including his sock that he took off in the night and thrown down the side of the cot, and then gave it a really good hoover. And I think honestly, like, just hoovering a room, mopping a room, it totally changes the energy in the space for me, and it just looks so much better and just so much more clean and refreshed. Oh my goodness, that feels so much better for getting done. I've got like 10 minutes before everyone gets home, so I'm just gonna stop here, just chill. I feel like the house looks nice. You know, like when someone comes home, like Dom comes home, he's gonna be like, wow, like you've been busy. That's what I'm aiming for. That's what I'm always aiming for. I'm basically my own cleaner, and I don't think there's any better feeling in my world anyway than getting home from work or a long day and just coming back to a really nice, beautiful, clean house. I clean for me, but I also clean for everyone else as well. And it just feels great. The sun's come out. I am very, very warm. The one bad thing about having indoor cats is you can't open the windows when it gets hot, so it gets so stuffy. But I hope this video has inspired you to reset your own home. Maybe not as crazy as me and doing so much all in one day, but this is how I like to do my cleaning. I like to just get it all done and then sort of focus on different areas of the house each week. So this week obviously was the kitchen. I really need to do the bathrooms as well, like do a proper deep clean of those at some point. So maybe I'll bring you along for that. Anyway, if you want to see more videos from me, there's always lots and lots to watch on this channel. But thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all again in my next video. Bye.